I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear nothing about me being late. Okay? I try my best. 1 second, guys. 1 sec. I don't want to hear anything about me being late. I really don't. I don't want to hear not one thing, okay? I did my best and I'm here when I'm here, like I don't understand why you guys expect me to be on time all the time. Like I've been on time at least twice on this channel, which to my credit is a record. Okay? So don't give me nothing. Don't give me no back talk today, none of yous. How are you guys doing? I hope everyone's doing good. Happy birthday to my channel. You guys want to sing happy birthday? Happy birthday to the channel. This channel has officially had its first birthday. It is 1 year old. Hopefully, we will see 2 years. Hopefully. But at this rate, yeah. Anyway, how is everyone doing tonight? Welcome. I hope you guys are having a great week. The week is almost done. Happy Friday, Junior. I have a few stories for you guys. Hello, B. This is being on time is racist. Oh, well, yeah. Exactly. Because time is a white concept. Time was made by white people. You know what I mean? Before, people used to live their lives with no sense of time, direction, or anything. And then white people came and just messed it up for everyone. We have got to get these white people, this white problem. See, the world, the earth has a white problem. See, it's not a black problem, it's a white problem because white people have ruined everything for everyone. You know what I mean? If they didn't make time, then I would never be late. I would never be late if time wasn't even a concept. You know what I mean? So they are the ones who are essentially holding me down and not letting me be great because they made a concept which didn't exist before. Now I have to abide by that concept, right? The clock. Come on, guys. Dr. M, I can confirm I'm white and did invent time. Hi, Jaku. Hello, Magneto. It's okay to be late, so you are black on the inside. I listen. I believe, now this is going to get, oh my God, I can't even have the words come out of my mouth because if my father heard me saying this, I have some black in me. I consider myself to be a strong black, making sure my family doesn't come into the room and slap me. I consider myself to be a strong black woman. I am the queen, African queen, Mother Earth. Everybody comes from me. All of this just sounds wrong to me. All of this sounds wrong. I sound like I'm trying to be something that I'm not, which is not a nice feeling. Gangsta. Gangsta mira is a thing for real. But you don't have to be black to be gangster. But I am black and gangster. Yeah, I'm black. Let me stop. I need to stop because this is gonna be bad for me. This is gonna be bad for me because someone's gonna come and see this part and be like, so now she's culturally appropriating too. Not only is she racist, but now she's culturally appropriating why she thinks black is a trend, is a fad. Next time you guys see me, I'm gonna have braids in my hair. What do you mean, haram? What do you mean? What do you mean? Yakub. Okay, guys, are you guys ready? Let's have some talking. Let's do a talkie, shall we? I have some stories for you. You hate birthdays? I hate birthdays too. So it has been said that people that don't celebrate their birthdays stay younger longer. Hear me out. So there was a lady who was 106, I think, or something like that, and they were asking her why she looked so young at the age of 106 because she looked all of 60 something. And she said that she stopped celebrating her birthdays. She said she no longer did the whole happy birthday candles and everything every time the year came around. She just lived life. And instead of considering herself a certain age, she just let herself be. After, I think it was like after the age of 32 or something like that, she said she stopped celebrating birthdays. So I don't know how much truth that has. I don't know if that is a real thing, if it's all in your mind, you know what I mean? Because some people in their minds, they make themselves older just by thinking that they're old. They're like, I'm old. Oh, because this number is on my driver's license, I'm old. And then you end up making yourself older because your brain controls your body. And if your brain feels old, it's going to make your body old in return. That's what she says. How much truth is in this, I don't know. But I tend to believe uh, the elders. I tend to believe the elders because obviously they have more experience and they're not always right. But what's about stuff like that, I tend to trust them. Mr. Renegade says, facts. You actually age yourself faster worrying about your birthday every year. Wow. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I completely agree with that. I completely agree with that. Definitely. Um, oh, Fionn says, I forget my birthdays some years. I think it's a good thing to forget your birthdays. Forget them. And, in Islam, we're not really supposed to celebrate our birthdays, but we do. But it's not really a big thing to us. We shouldn't be like so excited about a birthday. So we don't really get too excited about them. But me, I never have gone big on my birthday. I've never been like, oh, we're going to go here. We're going to do this vacation. We're going to, you know what I mean? What is, we're going to, I never have. And Rachel, you guys remember Rachel? Rachel, every birthday, she is like, we got to do it big. We got to go to Vegas. We have to have tables at the hottest discotheque. We have to do all of these things. And me, I'm sitting there on my birthday. I get mad when people try to give me things on my birthday. I don't know about you guys, but I get mad. And I'll tell you why. I get mad because I hate feeling that people are obligated to give me something or to do something for me just because I was born on this day. Do you know what I mean? I hate feeling that people have to be obligated to do something for me just because I was born on this day. I always believe that if you want to do this thing for me, you can do it any other day of the year. You don't need to do this. But a lot of people say, oh, it's honoring the person. It's honoring. I guess. But why not have that celebration at the end of life? When a person dies, that's when you do the celebration. You celebrate the person's life. You celebrate what they were and what they brought to the world and what they accomplished and what they achieved and the things that they created, the memories that they created. That's when I think the real celebration should happen, is at death, not every year just because you were born on that day. Zia Lich says, I stopped celebrating since I became 18. Yeah, because honestly, after a certain age, birthdays don't really matter. It doesn't mean anything because it's not like you're trying to reach this age. Like when you're a kid, it matters because you're trying to reach 18. You're like, okay, I want to reach 18. I want to reach the age of majority. That's all it matters for. But then once you reach the age of majority, why would it even matter? After that, it doesn't even matter what your age is. It just matters what you're doing with yourself. But anyway, I don't know how you guys feel about this, the birthday stuff. Mr. Renegade, he says, speaking of Rachel, we need another appearance. Listen, I just saw this girl. I saw this girl last week. I think once a week is enough. I think once a week is enough for me and Rachel. Do you guys want to know how me and Rachel met? I want to give you guys. You guys want a story time? Really quick. Me and Rachel met this way, right? So, oh my God, I wonder if should we get her on? Should we call her? Should we call her? All right. So look, me and Rachel met this way. We were in school and we had the same class together. I had just come back from Colombia. And I was only going to be there for like a year in her state. So we had a class together, me and her. And she I would always be on time. She was always late to class, right? Every time she came to class, she was always dressed. She was always wearing these high heels. Her hair is, really fancy, and she always had like these shirts where you could see her belly, and she was dressed like that. She was just extremely out there, like, you know what I mean? And her seat was directly behind mine. She would sit right behind me. So I was right in front of her. So I never got a chance to really look at her much, but I could hear her when she walks into the door because number one, she was always late. So we always heard her because she had to make a grand appearance. Now, the class that we were in was a geography class, geography. And this professor that we had, he was one of those guys who never taught anything. All he did was talk about his stories of when he was young. That's all he did. All he said was, when I was young and I was in the military, we would do, we would leave the class every day not knowing anything about geography, but we knew all about his life. So Rachel would sit behind me and I would sit in front because I was a teacher's pet. Hi, teacher. I know the answer. That's me. We had a few, how sometimes teachers will put the kids in pairs and stuff like that. So we had a group task that we had to do together. And I was very mean to Rachel because I didn't like how flamboyant she was, how, you know what I mean? I didn't like it. But we had this group task that we had to do together, yeah? And Rachel comes and she's talking to me, and I forget, we were talking about geography. So we had the world in front of us. And we were looking at all these countries in front of us, and we had to have this test where you had to pick out each country without knowing the name of it. You just have to look at the country and know what it is, right? So we were doing that in this group thing that we had, and I was picking out countries, and I went one by one, and I was like, I've been to this country. I just came from this country. Oh, this country is nice. I like this country too. I just went there 2 years ago. Rachel said, you've been to all these countries? I said, yes. Yes, I used to live in some of them, in fact. And then Rachel, without hesitation, said, I've never been out of the country. She said that. She said, I've never been out of the country. And I said, oh, you poor thing. You've never left the country? Have you ever even left your state? I was so mean to her. And she got an attitude with me. She said, what does that make you, like, what, just because you've been to places, what does that mean? That's how she was with me. And I said, no, I'm not saying anything. I'm just surprised. I've never met anyone that's never left the country. And I was so mean. I gotta admit, I was mean. Okay. After that, she hated me. After that, she had an attitude with me, and I had the same thing back to her. We both didn't really like each other after that. She said that I was a spoiled, rotten, rich brat, and that she hated girls like me. And I thought that she was a flamboyant attention seeker that just needed everyone to see her. That's why she came late to class every day, is so that everyone could see her. So we had our own views of one another, right? Later on, we ended up seeing each other outside, and then that's when we started actually to hang out. She later confessed that she had a mini crush on me. Not like crush, not like, not like, you know what I mean? Not like that, but like girls, we can develop girl crushes for one another where we admire one another, but it's nothing like sexual, you know what I mean? So she later on admitted, she said, I had a girl crush on Amira. And I said, why? And she said, because I would sit behind you every day in class, and your long, luxurious hair, you would flip your hair like this to the side, and then you would write a little bit, and then you would flip it to the other side, and then you would write a little bit more, and then flip it backwards, and then write a little bit more, and so on. And she said, I would watch you flipping your hair side to side during school, during class, and I could smell your shampoo coming from your hair, she said. And she said, because of that, I developed a crush on Amira, on little Amira, schoolgirl Amira. And I told her, I said, well, I had the exact opposite for you. Go figure. And she said, so that's how and I would love her to tell you the story because she told me this. I didn't. She's the one who told me about this girl crush thing. And she said that she loved my hair and that she wanted to touch my hair so many times when I was flipping it. But because I didn't like her, that she was afraid that that would start a literal fight, a physical fight. So, anyway, that's how me and Rachel met. So, yeah. You said Amira didn't like her shampoo smell. No, she always smelled good too, but to me, she smelled like cheap Victoria's Secret perfume. And you wouldn't catch me dead smelling like Victoria's Secret perfume. You wouldn't catch me in my grave smelling like Victoria's Secret. Ugh. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Zealage says, I get it, but it feels a bit weird. How do you think I felt, Zealage? I felt weird too. She called me a rich brat. She didn't even know me. She knew nothing about me. But just because I told her that I never met anyone who'd never left the country, then she thought I was talking down to her, which I kind of was. But that's not the point. The point is that I was irritated with her. Okay, I was irritated. Girls are fascinating creatures. Okay. Yakub says it's funny that she never been out of the country, but she supports Palestine. Well, that changed. I'll tell you one thing. Because I told her that back in school, she made it a point to travel around the world and back because I laughed at her for not leaving the country. So now this girl has gone to every continent and probably 3 countries in every continent in the world. Now she's extremely well traveled now. But she said part of the reason why she traveled was because of what I said to her that day in school. That I looked down on her for not being a traveled person. And I said, okay, so Rachel, you've traveled, right? But you've only gone to tourist areas. You've never actually been to the countries that you say that you've gone to. You've been there, but you've only been in the tourist designated areas. You've never gotten off the beaten path. And I told her that before. And I told her, Rachel, you need to travel with me. As I travel with me, and I will show you my hood. Anyway, I will show you real parts of real countries, not just, because she'll go to Mexico and then she'll just stay in Cancun. I'm like, that's not Mexico. That's a little America inside of Mexico. Cancun is not Mexico. She goes to Spain and she only goes to Ibiza. I say, this is not real Spain. Ibiza is a party place for teenagers. I said, you need to elevate your company, Rachel. Elevate your company. Elevate your style. I'll take you somewhere else in Spain. She went to Thailand and she only stayed in Bangkok. So this is what I'm telling you. She'll go to Thailand, she'll go to these places, but she only stays in the tourist areas. And she says, well, I don't speak any other languages and I don't want to, get myself in a situation that I can't understand my way out of. And I think that's understandable, right? It's not the same for me because I speak so many languages. There's bound to be somebody who speaks at least one language that I speak, But for her, it's different. So I guess I can understand why she does that. But Richard, he says, you should have had a hallway fight and asserted your dominance. Well, I think part of me asserting my dominance with her was when I said what I said to her, because I felt this weird thing from her. Now, you have to understand, Rachel is very intimidating in person. This girl is 6'2". I'm 5'6". 6'2", 5'6", okay? But we were sitting down, so I felt more confident. We weren't standing when we were talking, so I was like, more confident. But no, Rachel is intimidating. She's very model-esque. She's very much like a model type. And I have to admit that the school that we went to was a prestigious school. We went to a school. Oh God, I swear I'm not trying to say anything weird right now. I'm just telling you the honest truth. Part of the reason why she thought that I was just a rich brat was because all the kids in our school were rich brats. Okay. And it's very well known. The area, the zip code is like that. And I tried to explain to her, no, I'm not from this zip code. I'm not one of the kids that you know from this area. I'm not them. I'm not from here. I tried to tell Rachel, I'm not what you think I am. I'm not from here. So she literally thought that I was one of her neighbors' kids, like who acts like them. And that's not true. And yeah. And Rachel doesn't come from silver spoon. She's not from money, but now she has money. So she put everything into her education so that she could get into a career that could make her what she is now. Now I think she's millionaire status, but I know if she's not millionaire, she's darn close. She's in the high six figures. I'm talking like 999 something. That's how much Rachel makes now. But yeah, so she didn't come from money, but now she has money. She wanted to go to that school so she could be taken seriously in the world. And her story, guys, I know a lot of you guys don't like her, but her story is one story of not giving up, of pushing forward with the odds against you. That's her story. The odds were against her and she still pushed forward. So Rachel, she is my friend for a reason, guys. A lot of you guys don't understand why I would have a friend who thinks the way that she does, even though I hate how she thinks sometimes. But she is my friend for many other reasons that many of you wouldn't understand unless you were with us. I am not Magneto. Go to the naughty corner. Assalamu alaikum. He says, how is your Ramadan? My Ramadan is doing well. I'm not fasting right now because I have my own personal reasons, but I am not fasting. But still, I'm still celebrating Ramadan in my own way. Suka says, ask her if she even has heated floors. She doesn't. She doesn't. So if she wants to get her feet heated, she has to come to my house. You guys make me laugh so much. But no, she doesn't have it. Younger generations, most important thing is good smelling shampoo. Hey, I have been told that I smell like shampoo. That anyone who's actually been around me always says I smell like shampoo. I don't know. It's something about my hair. My hair just holds shampoo smell. I don't know if any of you guys are like that. You said, good for others, had to travel many countries and warring. Dr. M says, Amira and Rachel road trip is the gal pal comedy flick we all need in our lives. No, it is not. It is not. I'll tell you why. Me and her have gone places before together, and we had to go our own separate ways. I can't be around Rachel longer than 36 hours at a time. Okay? Let me just tell you that. Rachel, the problem is that we are much alike. I told you guys that she is like my evil twin. She is me, except opposite, if that makes any sense. She's just like me in so many ways. And being around her too long, it's like family. It's like a sister. It's like, I love her so much. But man, if I don't want to bring her next sometimes, I just want to give her. I used to have pythons before. And I would try to get her to hold my python and tell her that when my python is squeezing your neck, it's a form of showing love. He's trying to give you a hug. Because she annoys me. So, Mr. Renegade, I went to Baghdad and I will say never again. I don't know about Baghdad. I've never been there, but Mind Victory. Hi, Mind Victory. How many languages do you speak? 3 fluently, 5 semi. Dr. M says, whoa, she's huge. I had no idea. Yeah, you can't tell. You can't tell when she's like sitting next to me. But if you guys go back in the videos, go back now that you guys know how big she is, and you will see that even when she's sitting, she still towers over me, even sitting, because her torso is still long. Dr. M says, oh, wait, you said, Zelich says, they should have a show. The dynamic would be quite hilarious. No, if we had a show, we would definitely end up yanking each other's hair at one point or another. 90210, close, but no. Close zip code, but not that one. Mm. Fion. He says, my senior year of high school was at a rich school, but I couldn't even afford lunch. No. I'm sorry to hear that. There's no, I don't think that they should make food unaffordable. You know what I mean? You can go to a rich school, but the education should be the expensive part, not the food, not the necessities. That doesn't make any sense, you know? I'm sorry you had to experience that, Fion. Right, exactly. Amira would get them canceled. Seriously, unfortunately. Zelich says, I don't dislike her. I just feel she's a bit misled. A bit? Zelich, a bit. You're being quite kind. You are being quite nice with a bit. Yeah, Dex says the come up. Oh, yeah. She has a come up story. See, that's where me and her differ. She wasn't born into a family like mine. She didn't have, you know what I mean? Man, I don't know how much, I can't share too much of her life because I don't want to be the one to share her story. She should be the one to share what she feels comfortable sharing. But let me tell you, she has a come up story. Right. I don't have that come up story. I don't, because my family has to come up story, not me. The men in my family were the ones who came here with nothing and struggled. And yes, I struggled with them for a couple of years in my childhood, but after that, I had no struggle because they made it good for us. The men made it good for us in my family. The only thing that we had was just struggling with our culture and being in America. Samuel says, I was working at a car wash to pay my rent at senior year. Ooh. I like hearing your guys' stories. I really like hearing you guys' stories. Yeah, she's the anti-Amira, exactly. Yakub says you ride in her Tesla anymore? I don't. You want to know why? I want to share something else with you guys. Have any of you guys ridden in a Tesla? I'm going to ask you guys because I want to see if this is a common thing. When riding in her car, I got nauseous. And I don't know if any of you guys get nauseous while riding in Teslas, but there's something about the jerking because if anybody knows anything about Teslas, they don't continue to go when you let your foot off the gas pedal. Teslas, when you let your foot off of the gas pedal, it brakes. There is no glide to it. You know how engine cars, you can put the car in gear and just let it go. Don't push gas, don't push brake, and it'll just drift. It'll drift. Teslas don't do that. Tesla, if you're not pushing the gas, it just stops. It doesn't go anywhere. So when she's driving, anytime she lets her foot off of the gas, it jerks us into braking. And that setting in the car, it makes me ill and it just keeps going back and forth and back and forth. And I always think that I'm getting microwaved because I feel that the Tesla is microwaving me from the inside out. And now that could be my tinfoil hat. I know my tinfoil hat is very strong, but I don't, I get nauseous. So no, I don't ride with her anymore. I said, if we go places, we are taking my Range Rover. We are not taking your Tesla. Sorry. And she's all like, I love your Range Rover, Amira, but it's just too much for me. What about a Range Rover is too much for you, Rachel? Oh, Amira, your Range Rover is so loud. It's, vroom, vroom. I'm like, it's a supercharged. It's a supercharged autobiography. That's what my Range Rover is. If anybody knows anything about Range Rovers, autobiography is the best type of Range Rover you can get because they are handcrafted and hand stitched and everything is done by hand, just like a Bentley. Anyway, she's like, everything is so loud, Amira. I was like, yeah, it's a supercharged Range Rover. She says, and then you have a refrigerator in there. And I'm like, That's a good thing. Refrigerators are good. She's like, and then it's just the seats are so red, Amira. It's just too much. Your Range Rover is just too much. I'm like, the seats are red because I customized them because red is my color. I'm like, I don't complain about your flat dashboarded Tesla. I don't complain to you. But she always has something to say about my stuff. Everything about my stuff is so now we take separate cars. I take my Range, she takes her Tesla. I'm happy. I'm happy that way. Why? Because I can listen to my court shows in peace without her telling me to put music. All she wants to do is listen to music. Techno. I don't want to drive down the street. I want to hear court shows. I want to hear court documentaries. I want to see what's the latest on the Murdoch trial. I want to hear about what's going to happen with Darrell Brooks in the future. I want to hear. That's what I want to see. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm ranting. I'm ranting to you guys, and I'm sorry. I'll stop ranting. Okay. Yes, Keela, it's been a year. Can you guys believe it's been a year since I've lost my channel? My old channel, you guys remember? The Exiled Lioness 1, it's gone for 1 year now. It's already been officially 1 year. You don't want to ride in her Tesla anymore? No, I don't. No, I don't. I already said it. No. Samuel says, so we made it a year on this channel. Do you think we can make it 2? It's an election year. Oh, you're right, Samuel. It is election year. We might have to make a Exiled Lioness number 3. We might have to make an Exiled Lioness number 3. Yeah, because you guys know that's the time that they start getting really, really picky, election year. I met a Biden supporter today. I want to tell you guys about him in a second. I'll tell you guys the story. I'm going to tell you guys another story. Hold on. You should see the school lunches in South Korea. Asians eat a lot of fish. I'm just not that kind of a fishy person. I mean, I know it's healthy. I know they have like the best diets, other than the Mediterranean diet. The Mediterranean diet, which is an Arab diet, those are some of the best diets in the world for the health. And I know Asians live a lot longer because they eat fish a lot. I just can't deal with smelling like tuna all day. I can't smell like tuna. I can't smell like cod. I can't do the fishies. And because Asian food is like this. There's fish in the food, and then they put the fish sauce on top of the fish. Fish sauce, okay? And then they put the dry fish, what's it called? The dry fish, they crunch it up like a topping. So it's fish, and then the dry fish on the top, and then the fish sauce, and then the soy sauce, and then they eat. Listen, I can't go around smelling like. Look, I am famous for smelling like shampoo. I cannot smell like blowfish. Okay? Okay? Oh, Amira, you used the smell of jasmine. What's this new perfume? Blowfish? No, no, no. I am not. See, that's the reason why I can't eat Asian food too much. It's just too much fish. Too much fishy. I can't do it. Zealage, am I ever really mean? I don't think so. I mean, I've seen you irritated, but no, I've never really seen you. She's dark side, Amira. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Rachel is definitely my dark side. Just like Zealage and Suka, right? Zealage and Suka, but for them, they're not evil twins. They are just twins. Zealage and Suka are actual same. Me and Rachel are same, but you know what I mean? We have the same levels of the same characteristics, but she uses her levels for different things, and I use my levels. I use my levels for conservatism, morals, values, and all that. She uses hers for social justice, being what's it called? What is it called? Not just a social justice warrior. She tries to be like an activist, all of that. So activism and all that, that's her. And then me, conservatism, family, trying to continue to pass down those type of values. So this is where we differ. She's very misled. I know. Sorry, Rachel, if you're watching. I've already said it to her face too many times. I've said it to her face so much. She knows. She knows exactly how I feel about her. And I've yelled at her so many times about so many things. Poor Rachel. I feel bad for her now because I have been mean to her very much throughout the years. But listen, I have my reasons because she don't listen. She doesn't learn. So yeah. Oh yeah, GD says it's a safety feature in the Tesla that it doesn't glide. Yeah. I can understand that because it's a self-driving car. It wouldn't be right if it just glided. I can kind of understand that. Zealage, radiated buns, for real. Because listen, you're sitting on a battery and you got that huge iPad in the middle of the Tesla. I have my iPhone right here next to me, next to my ovaries. I mean, I feel like I'm in a microwave and I'm being cooked. Okay? That's why I get nauseous. I get nauseous in Teslas. They're just not. I'm sorry. I like Elon Musk. I like his take over the world mentality. He's going to take over the world. Elon Musk is on the road to taking over the world. This man he's doing great, but his car has got to be improved for a girl like me to even want to buy those types of cars. I'm not interested. I think white people love Teslas. They are just so fascinated with how they drive themselves and it doesn't eat gas and me, Arabs, we're not fascinated by Teslas. We are like, if it had better leather, if it had better features, a little bit more luxurious, if it had a sound, give me a sound. I Even if it's a fake sound, give me a sound. I can't do it. I can't do it. Beyond. Where else are you supposed to keep your beer in a Range Rover? Exactly. So the refrigerator in a Range Rover is, the glove compartment in the middle. So let's say you're driving on the right, you have your glove compartment. You open your glove compartment. On the first level of the glove compartment, you have your area where you can put your gun and your coins and your lip gloss and so on. And then you lift that up and you're opened up to one more little other compartment where you can put paperwork and books and stuff like that. And then you lift that one up, and right under there, it gets very, very cold. And there's a little button there, a little switch. You push that button, and the refrigerator turns on. It takes about an hour for the refrigerator to get cold. But once it does get cold, you can put all your favorite beverages. I usually put my fruit in there. So when I go to work, or if I'm going on a long drive, I'll take apples with me, oranges, and so on. And the worst part of taking fruit with you is that it sits in the car and it gets hot. Everybody has been on the road with fruits with them, and they get hot and sticky and nasty, right? In a Range Rover, that would never happen because put it in the refrigerator. And even when you leave the car, let's say you go into the restaurant, in the car, the refrigerator is still on when you're not there. So when you come back to the car, you want to, you got kids in the back, they want a snack, open up the refrigerator, give them a fresh, cool, cold apple, crisp apple, or a cold orange, or if you like to drink, you can have your soda or whatever. So that's it's not used every day. I don't use the refrigerator every day, but it's a nice feature to have. Same thing with the seats. You guys know the seats are heated and cooled as well, so you can have a refrigerator on your booty. What, Thomas? He says deleting the muffler and catalytic converter will make the Range Rover loud. What do you mean deleting the muffler? You guys have got to hear mine. You guys have got to hear it. This thing is loud, and it pops too. It goes like pop, pop. It's nice. I didn't know it popped until one day I was just playing around with it, and then it popped, and I was like so giddy about it. When I heard the pop pop sound, I was like, oh, I was like, oh. Because usually that's like, it's a lot of money to get. Well, I don't know if it's a lot of money, but I rarely see them unless they are added on. Usually cars have to buy the special type of thing that makes the popping sound and so on and so forth. I mean, the Aventador, you guys know the Lamborghini Aventador, it comes standard with that thing, and it also shoots flames, fire. It shoots fire out of it too. The Aventador, that's why I love the Aventador so much. But out of all Lamborghinis, my favorites are the Aventador and the Gallardo. I call it Gallardo, but it could be pronounced Gallardo, but I prefer to call it Gallardo. Those two are my favorite. The Huracan is not really that great to me because it's like the cheaper model of the Lamborghini, but the Aventador I love. Oh, I love. Anyway, and Ferraris, I hate Ferraris. I think Ferraris are Italian trash. Sorry, Ferrari lovers. Carrie says, I want a Prius. I hate Prius. I hate Prius with all my heart, soul, and might. You want to know why? Because when you're driving down the road, typically the bad drivers are always Prius and Subaru Outback. Subaru Outback drivers and Prius. Both of you two peoples, you don't know how to drive. I listen. Do you guys ever feel that when you're driving and you're behind a certain car that you just hate looking at the back of it? Anytime I'm behind a Subaru Outback, when I see the back of it, I just hate the look of it. I hate the butt of it. I hate the butt of the Prius and I hate the butt of the Subaru Outback. Both of those cars. Ooh, if you cut me off with one of those, I am going to rage. But it's always these two, without fail, Prius or Subaru Outback. Sorry, it's just. I can't understand you, AK Dog. He says, I used to work at temp service, drive cars at auto auction, Cools Land Rovers, nice interior. I kind of understand what you're saying, I think. I don't know. Kind of. I need to update my contacts. I can't see anything. Usually when I have my contacts on, I'm doing very good for eyesight. But right now, I can't see anything. What? Oh, I see. Mr. Renegade says, the most exciting thing I've seen about a Tesla was a girl was riding a guy and the car was navigating itself. I swear to God. What do you mean riding him? You mean driving him?
Having sex.
If the car was driving itself, then that means she can't be driving. What do you mean? Do you mean like ride like a horse? Like okay. Oh, Larry, go to the naughty. You guys want to see what Larry sent me? Let me show you what Larry sent me because he just thinks he's just so funny. Watch what he sent me. Larry, and this is the reason why we don't get along in the first place. You see, you want to know why? This is the reason why. He sends me the back of a Subaru Outback. So you send me the. Okay, so you're just trying to irritate me on purpose, isn't it? Okay. All right. Go ahead. Enjoy. Have fun. That's okay. Because when you get blocked, I don't know what happened. You said, what about fish scented shampoo? Oh, no. Fish and kimchi. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's what I think about when I think about Asian food is fish and cabbage that's been aged with fish sauce. Ugh. Stop it. Oh, I might need to get something to drink. Guys, no, I couldn't be Asian. And this is why when the Asian lady, the Filipina lady said, Amira, you're Asian. You guys remember her? Do you guys want to go down memory lane? You guys remember the lady who said, Amira said that Asian girls are the biggest gold diggers. But Amira, you're Asian. Lebanese are Asian. I'm not Asian. Want to know why I'm not Asian? Because I don't eat your guys' food. I don't eat that food. I smell like jasmine. Most of the time when you guys go to me, I smell like jasmine. Jasmine is my favorite thing to smell like. I don't smell like that. She said blowfish. I did. Sorry. Zealich loves fish. Okay, Zealich, go to Korea. I recently got turned on to Kim. Really? Really? You're just finding out about Kim? Kim has been he has been the topic of my brain since 2017. Since 2017, I have had Kim Jong-un on my mind because of what's happening in North Korea. I'm so interested in North Korea. I'm so interested to see what's going to happen with that nation. You know what I mean? Have you ever had squid jerky? It smells like death, but it's really tasty. No, it doesn't even sound like it. Yes, Island Fizz. Yes, exactly. You remember that, don't you? Yes, yes, that's exactly where that came from. But it applies. The situation I'm talking about, that phrase applied to the situation that I was talking about. So it matched. So that's why I used it. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to get down to the bottom of the comments. Right, Mr. Renegade. Right. Mr. Renegade said, I have a friend like that. You can't tell them nothing. And that's the thing. I can't tell her nothing, Mr. Renegade. So I end up being mean to her. And then she gets in her feelings, and then she's like, I'm not talking to you. So we end up breaking up again. We have broken up like 6 times. We break up, and then she's like, oh, Amira, you're just so mean. How am I mean, Rachel? I tell you the truth. I'm not, and you guys know me. You guys have known me for 4 years now, huh? What type of friend am I if I don't tell her the truth? What type of friend am I if I don't tell her what it is and what it isn't, huh? She wants me to lie to her, and I tell her I'm not lying to you. Dex says that screen in Teslas just looks like a 12-inch iPad. That's what it is. That's all it is. And people bought that stupid car for the iPad because it has a big iPad in it. It was cool the first time I ever saw a Tesla. I thought it was cool. After the second time and third time, after I felt those leather seats, those plastic leather seats, after getting into it and seeing that dry, flat dashboard with nothing on it, I was like, yeah, Tesla is not, that's not it. It's not it. So Rachel is white. She doesn't like to admit it, but yes, she is. She is white. She calls herself black. You guys saw her. You guys saw her, didn't you? You guys remember what she looked like? Does that look like a black woman to you? Does Rachel look like a black woman to you? Does she act or speak like a black woman? She is not black. She thinks she is, but she's not. She tries so hard. I tell her, stop trying. Just be yourself. You're biracial and mostly white. Oh, Tomas, Toyota Tacoma. I love that truck. Listen, out of all pickup trucks, the Toyota Tacoma is the best pickup truck ever. And that is one truck that Toyota has done good. Toyota, I don't really like Toyota cars, but the Tacoma, man, that is a good car. I like that car so very much. And outside of America, they have the Hilux. You don't have it in America, but look it up online. The Hilux is like the non-American version of the Tacoma. And in the Middle East, we have the Toyota Hilux. We don't have Tacoma in the Middle East. We have Hilux. And then we also have a Toyota Prado, Prado. Look it up, you guys. Anybody who loves Toyota, these are the type of cars that we have outside of America that are better than American Toyotas. American Toyotas are good, but non-American Toyotas are better. And the Hilux is the luxurious version of a Tacoma, of a Toyota Tacoma. And the Prado is the luxury version of the Highlander. The American Toyota Highlander is Toyota Prado worldwide. And that car is so luxurious. Hi, Shadow. He says, a mirror. Keep calling me a mirror. He says, with all the racial profiling. Listen, it is true. Okay, stereotypes don't just come out of thin air. These things come because of People noticing each other, okay? Don't try to act like I'm not, okay? I'm not even gonna. Really, Fionn? Fionn says Dodge Ram Chargers came stock with a cooler for center console. No way. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. But the new Tesla truck, I don't know if you guys seen it. If you guys have seen it, this thing is a monster. The new Tesla truck, it just came out. It's called Cyber Truck, I think, or something like that. Cyber something. This thing is amazing. It has a cooler in the back and bottle openers already built into the truck. It comes with lots of nice features, but still that cheap plasticky leather. Something about that Elon Musk likes. He likes it. I don't know why. Do you know what? I don't know if I'm with you there. I don't know about Beetles. I've never been inside of a Volkswagen Beetle. Never in my life have I ever been inside of one. I don't like them because they just look so gay. Sorry. The Beetles look so gay to me. I could be wrong, but Rev the engine, says Suka. You guys want to ride with me one day? What? Okay, so the last time I let you guys ride with me, we were riding in the Maserati. And then the Maserati was good, but it's dangerous to drive and stream at the same time. And you guys know I got in trouble for doing that. I got in trouble with my husband for doing that. So if we do this again, we're going to have to do it like a little bit hidden so my husband doesn't notice. No, he's going to notice. He's definitely going to notice. Okay, we'll just do it on a road where there's no other people. Let's just do it on a road where there's no other people. But I'll take you guys for a ride in the range, and then I'll rev the engine for you guys so you guys can hear that girl. You can hear that girl. That's my girl. Her name is Gina, by the way. My Range Rover is named Gina. That's her name, Gina. Because Gina is a name for beautiful girls. You've never met an ugly woman named Gina. Any girl that has a name Gina is hot. Tell me that's not true. There's some names that are not meant for ugly women. Gina is a name that's not meant for ugly women. I've never met an ugly Gina. Never in my life have I met a girl named Gina who was ugly. And anyway, my Range Rover is named Gina. And I'll take you guys for a ride in a Gina. Really? You said it's always good to have a supply of white rice on hand? Oh, it lasts you forever and it'll keep you alive in an emergency. Dr. M says that he's Italian trash. Is that a problem? Is your name Ferrari? Zealer says car discussion stream again. Listen, I told you guys, cars are one of my passions. Cars and law. Anything that has to do with legal anything. I'm a legal eagle and I'm a car fanatic. So those are my two things. A lot of people are foodies. You know how there's people who are obsessed with food? I'm not. I'm not obsessed with food. Cars and basically anything that has an engine. It could be an airplane, planes, trains, automobiles, anything that has an engine. I'm down for it because I just love it. I love the smell of diesel in my face. I just love it. I love oil stains all over the driveway. I love that. That's my thing. I love it. And anything that goes vroom. If it goes vroom, I want to be there. And then the other thing is legal. Anything that has to do with court, law, police, jail, anything, I'm in. Because I'm into that too. So yes, Zealage, another car stream. I'm sorry. I love it. What? Who's talking? Who is talking trash again? No, it's not. Okay. Shadow. Not Shadow. It's Samuel this time. Samuel, stop. Stop it. Yeah, seriously, Barry. I'm a Jeep guy. I like Jeeps too. Jeeps are the all-American car. I like Jeeps a lot too. I like out of all the Jeeps, I like it's not Mohawk. It's called, oh my God. It's not Cherokee. It's the other one. What is the name? Guys, what is it? I forgot what it's called though, but yeah, I think it's the name of a tribe or something, but I love that one. Please, lioness, no rage. I'm not raging, am I? I'm not raging. Not right now. Zila says, I think I'd rage no matter what the car was that cut me off, even a Lambo. Really? I don't, I'm different from you guys because certain cars I let cut me off. I let them cut me off because they're nice. I know I'm classist like that when it comes to cars, but it's all about cars. I just like cars. And it's not about like how expensive it is, it's about how cool it is. If you have a let's say a year 2000, you have a 2003 300Z. Let's say you're driving a Nissan Z, that was the first Z ever. If you're driving that, I'm going to let you cut me off. Why? Because I want to look at your car. If you have a Skyline, I'm going to let you cut me off. You can cut me off. I'll let you cut me off. If you have an NSX, I'm going to let you cut me off because you have a Dodge Viper. You know? If you have a Nova, I'm going to let you cut me off and I'm going to cut you off again so you can cut me off again because I want to see it again. If you have a Nova, that's all right. There's just certain things that, yeah. Samuel says, where are your glasses? I have on my contacts, Samuel, so I don't really need my glasses. Well, I thought I didn't need them, but you're blind anyways. When did you guys become so rude? When did you guys become so rude? Stop it. Land Rover had nice interiors like this was 30 years ago. I know the old Range Rovers are really nice too. I like the old Range Rovers as well. But I never had anything older than a 2000 Range Rover, year 2000. Okay, are you guys ready to hear the story? What was the story I was going to tell you? I already forgot what it was. I had something, and I said, just hold on, let me speak to you guys first. There was a story that I was going to tell you guys. Dashboards and nice interiors, yes, that's the thing. That's the thing that I love. Kimchi smells like the extras in Night of the Living Dead. Look, huh? What is that? Okay, I don't even know what that means, but he says, I remember that video. Which one? Oh, I know which video you're talking about. Okay, when I was driving. Okay. Yeah, when I was driving. What do you mean? You said some of them. Some are African, some are European. That's why it's called the Middle East. They're not even called European. They're called Asian. They're not even called European. So I guess you could say like the Turkish, the further north is like European, you could say. And then the rest are considered Asian. And then the other ones are considered African. Like when you go to Egypt and Algeria and Tunisia and Morocco, they're considered African, but I don't know. I one thing I'm not going to accept is being called Asian. I cannot be called Asian, and nothing against Asians. I'm not kin with you. I'm not your family. You're not my family. That's all I'm just saying. Amira, do you keep a clean diet? No. I've been doing very bad recently. I have developed an addiction to sugar, and I need to get rid of it because I'm hurting myself with sugar. So no, I don't have a clean diet anymore. But I don't eat very bad though. I don't eat very bad. It's rare that I'll eat fast food. I don't eat a lot of red meat. It's rare that I'll have red meat. It's just the sugar. I put a lot of sugar in my tea, and I like to have sugar with my tea, like in the form of biscuits, sweet biscuits and stuff like that. That's what I do. I have jam, I make blinchik. Do you guys know what blinchik is? It's the Russian pancake. It's like a crepe. Americans call it crepe, but I make them by hand at home. When I make them, I fill them with jam, typically raspberry or blackberry jam that I've made myself. And that's what is the sugar. That's where the sugar comes from. And then I roll it up, and then I roll it. Anyway, so I roll it up and then I eat it, and then I have sugar inside of my tea, which is more sugar, which is not healthy. So that's my bad thing that I eat. That's the worst thing that I eat is sugar. But I don't eat a lot of oils or grease or, and I also have a lot of bubble tea. And bubble tea is all sugar. You guys know that. But I love it. I just love the taste of it. I love the bowls. I like to eat the bowls. They're so good and chewy. And yeah, so I have an addiction to sugar right now, which is not good. Dex says it's been 4 years already. It has. I know. Can you guys imagine? You guys have known me for that long. Isn't it crazy? Do you think I've changed? Do you guys think that I have changed at all since you've met me? Rachel looks mixed. She is mixed. But she considers herself black. And I said, you're not black. Larry says she's both. No, she is both. I get it. She is both. But she tries to call herself black. And I tell her, you're not black. You're not black. I told her the black community won't accept her. If she goes to a black area in a black town, she's not going to be accepted. She thinks that she's going to be accepted. I was like, you think you don't get accepted in the white group? You're not going to get accepted in the black either. They have standards, Black people have standards. They have requirements. You don't fit them. I told her, just accept it. Stay with your own kind. Your own people are the biracials. Stay with them. You're not black. But she doesn't listen to me. Zealage. If she is black, she needs to change her name to Raquisha. Zealage, stop it. Stop. Typical selfie-hating white woman. She hates her white side. That's the thing. And I'm like, there is something so beautiful about being white, Rachel. There's a beauty in being white. And you are just trying to throw away your whole white side to claim black. And I'm like, you can't do that. You're not. Like, you have both. And you should be proud of your white side. Be proud of your whiteness. Yakub says Rachel is whiter than snow. Literally. She is just, she just doesn't see it. She doesn't see it. Dex says he'll only buy Toyota, Honda, or Lexus. Hey, I understand that. I understand why. I get the reasoning behind it. But when it comes to everyday drivers, Honda are the best for everyday drivers. But ooh, Dex says he almost died in a Scion. I almost died in a BMW. That's why I hate BMWs. I can't stand BMWs. I hate BMWs. Hate them with a passion. Huh? The only BMW that I like slightly is the X6. The X6 is the only BMW that I like slightly. Keela, go to the naughty corner right now. Right now. Samuel, you can actually put mods in timeout. Time out Keela for 1.5 minutes for what he said here. Put him in timeout right now. Because you guys didn't know your mods can be punished too. Samuel can do it. Samuel, get it done. Keela, 1.5 minutes. You bad. You can't say that. Dr. M says Cybertruck is a very unusual shape. Look who made it. Dr. M, don't you see who made it? Look, what did Elon Musk name his children? You are asking for normality or normalcy from someone who named their child CX89 CG 1942. He named his children the alphabet. He named his children codes. He named his children his password, his Google password. And you're expecting anything normal to come from Elon Musk. That's what you're expecting? Dr. M, I don't know why you expected anything different. I don't understand why you expected some normal thing. No. Land Cruiser? Yeah, but the Land Cruiser is the Prado worldwide. Samuel says, if it isn't manual transmission, it isn't a car. It's a toy. I'll leave that there because a lot of Americans just don't know how to drive. And I know, listen, I don't know about any of you guys in the chat. I don't know how many of you guys know actually how to drive normal cars that require a little bit of skill, knowing how to. I don't know about you guys, but it's not that many Americans. They said the best car alarm or the best security system that a person could have on a car in America is having a stick shift because people get in it and don't know how to drive it. Okay, all right. I think I'm down to the bottom of the... Who said that? Fionn, go to the naughty corner, right? My ex-wife used to say that all Ginas are whores. You will not insult my Range Rover. She is a virgin. Listen, you will not. She is holier than thou. Okay? We will not insult my Range Rover. She is very chaste. She is, you know what I mean? Yeah, she was flirting the other day with a Bentley truck, but that's okay. Flirting doesn't make her a hoe. Just because she was, revving her engine in front of this Bentley truck that day, that doesn't mean anything. She's still very virginal and very chaste. Do not call my Gina a whore. You too, Richard? Ed too, Richard? I've met some girls named Gina and they were trash. Listen, what you guys will not do is, you know what? You can go to the naughty corner too. Both of you guys can go to the naughty corner. I will not have you guys talking about my Gina that way. Listen, you too, Dr. M? Okay, listen, just because you guys are hating on Ginas doesn't mean anything, okay? Say what you want to say about Ginas. You never say they weren't pretty, okay? Even if you guys are saying that they weren't the most chaste of girls, they were pretty though, weren't they? Tell me. You guys know that they were pretty, so stop it. Keela says, Amira needs to stream at a high-end car show. I don't believe her. Why would I go to a car show to stream? I can just show my own cars. Like, I don't need to go to a car show. The car show was in my garage. Like, really? Go to the car show? No, I don't need a car show. All these cars were mine. I'm not talking about cars that I don't drive. All these cars have been mine. The ones that I'm talking about have all been mine. Mine. Okay, I'm trying to get to the bottom. Okay, I'm down to the bottom now. Here we go. I'm going to the bottom. He says, don't call Egyptians African. They get offended. I don't know any Egyptians that get offended from being called African. Most of them say that they're the real African Americans. From what I've seen. And I know a lot of Egyptians. I've never seen an Egyptian be offended that they're African. They don't get offended at all that I know. And I know a lot of them. Dr. M says the sugar addiction is real. It's very real. It is so real. If I don't get my morning tea with sugar and my biscuit, my sugary biscuit, I feel that I started off the morning not right. Not a brisket, a biscuit. A sweet, sugary biscuit. Suka says, is your new picture an AI image? It is. It is. It was sent by the Pride. The Pride is the one who sent it to me. So I mean, most of the things on my channel are things that you guys have given me. In case you guys don't know, the music that I put, the images, the artwork, all of this is like you guys draw me. I've gotten so many drawings. A few of you guys have drawn me and sent me the email. So all of the stuff that you guys see is not anything, it's you guys giving to me. I don't make anything for the channel. You guys give these things to me and I graciously accept them and I use them. So if there's anybody with talent out there who wants to do anything or, have their artwork displayed, you can do anything for my channel and I will put it, I will display it because I like to have things from you guys, gifts and so on and so forth. Happy birthday to the channel. Happy birthday to the channel. Hopefully we will have a channel this time next year. Richard says, that is true. I got diagnosed with pre-diabetes. I need to really clean my diet from the sugar. It's just so addicting, guys. Zealot says crepes yummy. Yeah, I do that. It's a crepe. I am in Rota, Spain. What's the best place in Morocco to buy jewelry? I wouldn't know. I haven't been to Morocco. I wouldn't know. Really, Suka? Suka says, I made belinchik. A Russian girl made me cook them. Yes, belinchik is a Russian tradition. Every weekend, every woman makes belinchik for the family. Every woman in every Russian household makes belinchik for the family every weekend. It's a tradition. And I do the same thing. Yes, I'm not Russian, but I live a lot of Russian culture because of my husband. Okay, all right. I'm going down to the bottom now. I'm going to the bottom. I can't because I'm never going to get to the bottom if I keep doing this, okay? All right, here we go. I'm done. I'm at the bottom now. All right, I'm done. Now I want to move on to something else with you guys, okay? The next thing I was Suka, but that's because I was taking my time. I was taking my time to interact with you guys. As you're reading comments from 20 minutes ago. Yes, I was, because I was taking my time. But now I'm at the bottom. I'm at the bottom now. Here we go. Hi, Black Patriot. He says, dang, flex on us how many cars she has. It's not even a flex. I swear it's not like that. You guys didn't know what I had for the longest time. You guys had been on my channel for 2-3 years and didn't even know anything about, the cars. I just started showing them to you because I was, yeah. I love Gina. She's the best. See, thank you, Black Patriot. See, that's the type of, Pride. This is my first time seeing him and he acts better than you guys. See, Black Patriot, this is the problem. When you get people who are with you and close to you, they get comfortable. You see, Black Patriot, they get comfortable and they start acting out. And that's the problem that I have here with my Pride, Black Patriot. I'm sorry that you have to see that, okay? But I am so happy that you actually like Gina's, not like the rest of my Pride. But thank you, Black Patriot. And I welcome you to come back again because I've never seen you. I think I've never seen you before. Or if I have seen you, it's only been like once. So please come back. Please come back and show these people who have gotten comfortable, show them how it's done. Show them what real support looks like because they've obviously forgotten. They've forgotten what it means to actually support and be good to me. Okay? Okay? They don't treat me right anymore. So thank you, Black Patriot. See, there you go. Yes. Yes. He said, I've been here every now and again. I just never catch you. Well, I mean, I'm pretty easy to catch, honestly. Usually Thursdays and Saturdays. So, yeah. All right, then. Okay, so I want to give you guys something now. Are you guys ready? Here we go. So let me move on to this thing I want to show you. I'm going to pull it up on my screen and then I'll share it with you guys. Okay, where is it? Here we go. Like videos. Here we are. My eyes are so bad, guys. I'm pulling it up. All right. I have a couple for you guys. I have a couple of videos. I have a simp video. And I have right. Okay. I have the simp video and I have a culture video. So I'll show you guys the simp video first. This one is only 1 minute long. Let me share my screen. Okay. Ready? Here we go.
So a common complaint I get from men is that I'm teaching women.
I can't hear anything. Hold on. All right. I'm going to start it again. So the video is called Do All Feelings Deserve Validation? All right. Do all feelings deserve validation?
A common complaint I get from men is that I'm teaching women that all their feelings deserve to be validated. Their argument is feelings aren't facts, and just because you feel something doesn't make it true. And I understand where they're coming from, but this is my 2 cents. Feelings aren't right or wrong. They're signals and indicators in our body that something needs to be addressed.
Okay. All right. So starting off from the beginning, this guy, I've already told you guys that he's a mad simp, and I think other people have told him that in his comments. He's responding to the claims that he's a simp in so many words. So he's saying, people are saying, all your videos are teaching women that all their feelings need to be validated. And he said, no, it's not that, and that feelings aren't facts, feelings are indicators, and so on and so forth. It doesn't change the fact that he is making what they said. He's making women feel that every single feeling that they have deserves validation. And if the man doesn't validate every little feeling, every little fee that they have, which is very waning, we all know women, the feelings up, down, all day, okay? If you try to follow a woman's feelings and validate her through every single feeling, all that's going to end up happening is she's going to get irritated. She's going to get irritated and she's going to start walking over you, because then she's going to feel validated in the most random of feelings that have nothing to do with reality, all up in her female brain, and you're validating that. That's just like how we validate the just like how we validate the rainbow flag. We validate that nonsense. And now you see the culture that we're living in because we validate that. Not everything deserves validation. Validation is not a treat or a reward or something that you deserve. Validation is when something is real and people accept that it's real. But if you're validating things that are fake, random, just not in a foundation of reality, you are aiding in a problem. You're validating a problem. And that is what I think most people are talking about. Let's finish hearing what he has to say.
Feelings might not be true, but they are real. And when we validate someone, it doesn't mean we agree with all the details in the situation. It simply means we care about their perspective and the feelings they are experiencing.
That is completely untrue in my opinion. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but he said, just because you're validating, or what? Let me hear that again. Because it was a bunch of nonsense. I'm going to go back 10 seconds.
And it simply means we care about their perspective and the feelings they are experiencing. And
okay.
One reason.
Okay. So he says we care about their perspective. That's why we validate. Validation is not what you need to give just because you care about a person's perspective. If you care about their perspective, what you can do is offer a listening ear and say, I hear you. I understand what you're saying, but that doesn't mean that needs to be validated. We all know the definition of validating, right? Validating is something that you say, this is real. This is concrete. This is something that is tangible. It's real. It's valid. Something is valid. That means it's true. Validation is for something that is true. It's valid. He's saying you have to make this person feel that everything is valid or true, and that is the way that you show acknowledgement. Do you guys agree with that? I disagree highly. What do you guys say? Keela says, Amira, do you expect your husband to validate your perspective? Heck no. Heck no. Because if he did, we would be in a really weird position right now. Because guys, I'm a woman. You guys can't forget, I am a woman. I am a woman. I still have the pea brain, the little squirrel brain. I have a squirrel brain. I'm a woman. I'll give you an example. My feelings go up and down, right, in a day because of my hormones, because we are females, so our hormones fluctuate. And there's certain times of the day where I will feel something that's completely irrational. Like, I will say something like, is that person looking at us? Why are they looking at us? They must be thinking something about us. You know what? I think they don't like us. I'm talking about the neighbor. I think they don't like us. Do you think that they don't like us? I think they don't like us. Why do you think they don't like you, Amira? Because they looked at us a certain way, and this isn't the first time they looked at us this way, and I think that they're looking at me from the side. You know what I mean? When a person looks at you from the side, that means they don't like you. Amira, could it be that you're just on their left side and they had to use their eyes to turn left to look at you? No, because they could have turned their head to look directly at me, but instead they looked at me from the side. You know what that means? That means they don't like us. That means they're plotting on us. That means they're going to kill us in our sleep. That means I need to go dismember them in front of their family. I'm going to dismember them in front of their family before they dismember me in front of my family. That sounds perfectly rational. And I will have a thought like that, guys. Do you think that my husband should come and validate that nonsense that I was just thinking? Do you think that my husband will come and be like, you know what, Amira? Your feelings are very valid. Are they? My feelings are valid, honey? Well, let's go get the knives. I have a machete. I have a butcher's knife. I have all kinds of knives. We can do butter knife if you really want to get nasty. You can't validate all my feelings. You can't. So no, Keela. No, I don't want all of my feelings validated because something's wrong with me sometimes. Something's wrong with me. Okay? And I think there's something wrong with the majority of women because the hormones is natural. D-Day. He said, what did I walk into? Wait, which part did you walk into? Did you walk into the part where I was saying about dismembering the family in front of whatever? Listen, D-Day. Sometimes we have to have deep, hard conversations. And today is one of those days. Today is just a day of deep, hard conversation, D-Day. Do you have to dismember you in front of your family? But whatever. Amir, forget I asked. No, you asked a question, Keela. I'm going to answer it, okay? Listen. No, Samuel, you as a moderator are supposed to not allow that to happen. If you allow that to happen, I will dismember you in front of your family. Never mind. I'm just saying, Keela, get it together. Don't let that happen. Okay, now anyway, let's go. Let's finish the... Don't wish bad on me, Mr. Renegade. Don't wish bad on me. Stop it. Okay, listen, let's go back to the video. This isn't about me. This is about him. All right? I'm going to go back a few seconds.
It simply means we care about their perspective and the feelings they are experiencing. And one reason that she might be pushing for validation is because maybe she knows the pain of being dismissed her whole life. Her parents, her past partners, maybe even you have told her she's too emotional, too sensitive, and too needy. And you're right, it is healthy to challenge our beliefs and the stories we create around our feelings. This isn't about me taking her side.
It is about you taking her side, and it is about you simping. His whole channel, guys, if you ever watch his channel is about pandering and licking the boot heels of women. That's all he does. He licks boot heels all day of women. He said, oh, well, sometimes it's about her feeling like she's not, like people tell her that she's too emotional and she's too needy. Why is it that this man never leaves a chance that it could be true that the woman is too emotional or too needy? And if her family is telling her that she's too emotional or too needy, that maybe, just maybe, there is a smidgen of truth. Maybe there's an iota of truth. I just learned that word, by the way. There's a little iota of truth in what they're saying. Why is it that everything that is negative or seen as negative always has to be false? In his view, anything bad that's said about the woman or anything that's not favorable has to be not true about the woman. If I call you needy, I'm wrong. I'm just not validating your feelings enough. I don't like people like this because you never give the opportunity for a woman to grow and accept valid criticism. Instead, you tell her to always see criticism as an offense. See it and take offense to it and try to block it out so it doesn't damage you. So it doesn't damage your confidence levels. And what type of people are you encouraging when you do that? What do you guys think about that? Huh? Samuel? He says, I'm telling y'all, I don't care if he's been married with children that are verifiably his. This man is Guy. I said that on purpose. I know what it says there, but I'm going to say is Guy. Listen, he wears a wig and he does shows telling us how we need to be validating women. Listen, I don't think he's Guy, Samuel. I think he is so desperate for the puniti. He's desperate for puniti, and he wants to make every woman around him feel so validated and say everything that makes women tingle so that he might have the chance to have a box of puniti. What do you mean? He wants a box of puniti. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why I had to like spell that out for you. You guys knew where I was going with that. You guys knew. Exactly, Samuel. Exactly. That's the thing. He wants a box of puniti. He wants a full box of puniti glaze. Glaze type. You know the glaze, how you have Krispy Kreme that are glazed? He wants a whole box of glazed puniti. That's what he wants. And he's going to do anything he can to get it. And if that means that you have to pander and validate her feelings, she's completely valid. And if they call you too emotional, that's just trauma. And it's a trauma response. And everybody is wrong. You're not too needy. You're not too emotional. You're never wrong because your feelings are valid. And feelings are not right or wrong. They are an indicator of something being missing. You don't think I can talk like them? You don't think I can do this nonsense all day? I could make a channel just like his, and I could do it better than he can. I could if I wanted to. Why? Because this is just the opposite of what I say. All I have to do is say, what would Amira say? And then say the opposite. Then you have this guy's channel. I need to clear my throat. Hold on. All I have to do is say, what would Amira say? And just say the opposite. That would be his channel. He is the opposite of me, and not in the good way. Ethan, sneaky effort game, they call this. Isn't it, Ethan? Ethan, wouldn't it be considered pickup artists? Wouldn't it? You know the PUAs, right? Pickup artists channels. Couldn't this be kind of considered that, right? Because he's trying to teach men. Supposedly he's saying he's teaching men how to be better husbands and boyfriends, how he's teaching men to be sensitive and caring, and that's a male pick me. You're right, just like I'm a female pick me, right? He's a male pick me. That I get it. I'm the female pick me. But let me ask you this. Me as a female pick me, I'm a female pick me, right? Supposedly I'm a pick me because I say the things that I say because I want to be validated by men and I want men to like me, right? I have research to back up my points. I have the world outside. Just look at the world and how it is. I have evidence of why I believe what I say is a better way than what we have today. I have reasons and I have evidence. This man, his reasons and evidence would be the domestic violence stats. He would say the stats on domestic violence is that, every 1 in 3 women are beaten by her boyfriend, and 1 in 2 women are raped when they go to college. And what are the other stats that they use? What's another one? I don't know. You guys understand what I'm talking about. So he would consider himself valid in his beliefs because he believes that the world is full of men that are constantly hurting women. Me, on the other hand, I'm the exact opposite. I believe that the world is full of women that are constantly using their femininity and their toxic femininity against men. This is why we are the opposite, but I believe that I am right. And I believe I'm right because we have lived in an America, in a Western world, too long that is living the way he tells us to live, where all these women are right and treat the women like delicate flowers. And we see where we've gotten. We have worse women than we've ever had in history right now, all because we're following what he says. This is the reason why I believe I am right, because it's not about the technique, it's about the result. And the results are proven. The results are in. The type of women that we have today are based on his type of feelings and logic and validate the woman and all of this. And we have the worst women in history today. It's all about results, in my opinion. And I believe that the results were better. We had better women, we had better people and better children when men were men, where men were not taught to be like women, where men weren't these sensitive little, oh, I care about you and I'm here to validate you. We had better world, better women and better children when men were men and they were allowed to be men. So I know that was a bit of a rant, but I think you guys understand why I feel this way. So, thank you, D-Day. Just observe reality. See, and that's why I believe that I'm right. You don't think I've thought about this before? I've thought about the things that I say. I've rewatched my streams before, and I've thought, am I too harsh? Am I wrong? Is this wrong for me to say the things that I say? And then I look outside. And then I look at the statistics of the abortions and the divorce and the women in the family courts and the men being. We have the results. And I'm about results. I don't know about you guys. I'm more about results. I don't really care about the mean or the nice or it's about what is getting us the results that we want. Do we want a society where women feel invincible? Do we want this society where women are invincible and they always need to be validated? And if you don't validate them, there's a problem. And then and men have to be subservient to women, which is completely backwards because men were born, made to protect and guide over women. That's the reason why they're bigger, stronger, more logical, less emotional. That's the reason why. Because they have to lead. So when a man puts himself under a woman, it's completely backwards and it's wrong. In fact, it's not just wrong, it's I can't find the word. It's not just wrong, it's like when a dog meows. Have you ever heard a dog meow? It's not just wrong, it's like that, where it shouldn't happen. Let's just say that. It shouldn't happen. What? I'm breathing. I'm fine. I'm fine. I got a little bit red on the cheeks now. That's okay. That's just my blood circulation. That's all that is. I know I got a little bit red. I'm good. I'm good. Yes, my face is a little hot. I'm fine, Larry. I'm fine. What? I am drinking water. Thank you, old blindy. That is the word. Unnatural. Unnatural. That's the thing. That's the thing. When a dog meows, it's unnatural. And that's why I said it's not only wrong for men to put themselves under women, it is unnatural. It shouldn't happen. So there it is. So that's why I believe I'm right. And like I said, I'm not saying that I'm right just because I want to be right. I'm saying this because I have thought about this long and hard. I've considered that I could be wrong. I've considered the fact that I could be wrong and I could be creating a world or wanting to create a world that maybe I'm not going to be happy in. But my happiness is not what matters in this situation. I'm not living life for happiness per se. I'm not trying to be the happiest thing in the world. I want us to be successful as a human race. And right now, we are not being successful. We are failing. And the only reason why we are continuing on is because of our past and our ancestors, the work that they have done. We are literally living on the work of the ancestors. We aren't creating anything better in the culture, society, civilization. We are only going down. We are decaying as a society, as a civilization. We are in a state of decay. Let me connect my charger. Hold on, guys. I can't find the hole. Ugh. There it is. Okay. Was that it? Yeah. So that's why I say we are in a state of decay. And the only reason why it seems like we're doing okay, kind of, is because of the work of our ancestors. We are literally living off the backs of our ancestors right now. Once all the work that they have done runs out, let's say the boomers and the Gen X dies, it's going to be left to millennials to continue this on. And do you think that the millennials are going to be able to carry on the family like the boomers have and like Gen X is doing? We are going to, anyway, I don't want to say anything. I'll just let it go. I'll stop there. The next thing we could watch is, hold on. I have something. Wait, let me pull it up. 1 second. I'm just pulling up this. Shut up. Okay, here we go. I need to find it. I'm looking for it. Hold on. Oh, stop. Oh my gosh. Here we go. All right, I'll give you guys another one. Now, you guys might disagree with me on this one, but I'm going to give it to you anyway because I don't mind you guys disagreeing. Shut up. Why is there so much talking? Okay. I hate YouTube sometimes because okay, now, all right, here we go. It finally stopped. It just starts going and then I can't get it to stop. And then, all right, let me take off this comment. All right, so this one is called Dishes. It's called The Dishes and the Bedroom. Okay, are you guys ready? Here we go. You guys want to see full screen? I'll put full screen. All right, here it is.
Well, I washed the dishes for you. I'm sorry, what? I washed the dishes for you. Thought you might be grateful, if you know what I mean. Oh, did you think you could wash the dishes for the first time this week and these panties would practically just take themselves off? Was that wrong? Is that not the way this works? No, you can't neglect intimacy and affection all day and then think you can wash a pot and think I'm getting all hot. Oh, you're right.
Wait. Okay. All right. Hold on. There is so much that is backwards in this video that I don't even know where to start. Okay? I don't know where to start. Men, listen to me. Do not wash the dishes. Never wash the dishes. You want to know why? First of all, just like the cat meowing, I'm sorry, like the dog meowing, how it's unnatural, it shouldn't be happening and it's wrong. Same thing with men washing dishes. You just don't do it. Don't do it unless your wife is deathly ill or she just had a baby or something like that. It's okay to help out then. But no, if your wife is healthy, put her in the kitchen and make her do it. That's woman work. Put her in the kitchen and say, "Woman, that is your job." Why is my throat so bad? Hold on one. I should drink water. Let me drink some water actually. That's it. I was probably thirsty. I know you told me, Suka, but I wasn't in the mood to drink yet. Okay, ready? This guy says, "Oh, so you think that you could just wash the dish?" Why am I talking to this? This is not a fight. Okay, so you think that you could just wash the dishes and it's gonna make my panties drop? Men, this is why I say, men, do not lower yourself. And just like, oh, he said, what did you say? Yes, exactly, Ethan. If you wash the dishes, she takes out the trash. Exactly. I agree. This is not right. And men, you don't understand. A lot of American men, because you guys are trained to do this. A lot of American men I've noticed are trained to do this. You guys are trained to believe that you guys need to clean in the house. You guys have to clean the house and you guys need to do your part in keeping the house clean and blah blah blah. No, no, no. No woman is going to love you more or less because you cleaned, because you washed the dishes or you vacuumed the house. If a woman is expecting you to come home from work and do that, she hasn't been taught her role. I'll just say that. I'll just say that. She hasn't been taught her role. This is woman's work. This is the reason why gender roles exist. I believe this completely. I know there might be people in the chat who disagree with me because a lot of you guys are Americanized, and for you guys it doesn't seem wrong. To you guys it's like, well, there's nothing wrong with me helping out in the house. Like, I live here too. I mean, if she doesn't clean, I will clean. No, no, no. Because you know what happens? I'll tell you why it's wrong. I'll tell you why. Just for those who are thinking that I'm crazy and I'm over the top, I'll give you a reason why. Because the moment that you start doing her job, the moment that you start putting yourself in a feminine role, the moment that you start doing dishes, vacuuming the house, doing her chores, that's her work, not yours. But the moment that you start doing her work, she's going to start expecting it from you. And once she starts expecting it from you, she's going to start demanding that you do it. And what's going to end up happening is she's going to come home tired, or she's going to make up an excuse to the reason why she doesn't want to do it, and she's going to demand that you do it. Why? Because you were so nice and you were doing it all this time for her. You're like, oh, I'm helping out. I'm doing. No, don't even start to do it. Don't even start to do it. Make a rule from the beginning. Woman, I have you here so you can do that. That's your job. My job are other things. I take care of the car, I take care of the lawn, the outside, the trash, the bills. You vacuum. You dishes. That's your job. And that's nothing to be negotiated. It's not negotiated. I don't wash dishes, I don't vacuum the house. That's not my job, it's yours. Don't ever do it, because I'm telling you guys, I know women. What's going to happen is the moment that you start doing it, she's going to start demanding that you do it. Then you're going to be in a situation where you're going to be like her son. She's going to come home and say, why didn't you wash the dishes? Listen to this. Listen to this. You want to hear this from your woman? Oh my God, you didn't even wash the dishes? Like, you don't help me at all. This is the reason why our relationship is so bad, because you expect me to take care of you all the time. You expect me to be your mother. Tell me that conversation hasn't happened, that you guys haven't heard that before. You expect me to be your mother. I'm not your mother. Clean up after yourself. You didn't even vacuum. Who does it sound like she's talking to? When a woman speaks like that, who does it sound like she's talking to? It sounds like she's talking to her child, because that is what's going to end up happening. Men, I promise you, you will not lose any points by not doing this work. You will not lose any points by not washing dishes. You don't lose any points. In fact, you gain. You won't lose any points by not vacuuming. If that's you, I swear you will not. I. You will not lose any points. Don't do it. Don't even start to do it. Don't say, I'm going to help you today, honey. Don't say it. Don't say it. I promise you. And you know what we do in our families? I give an example. When a woman is sick, let's say the wife is sick. She's deathly sick, or she just had a baby and she can't do it. You know what we do? The men bring their mother to the house, or they'll bring their sister to the house to clean the house and take care of the woman's work that she can't do because she's sick. That's what we do. Because it's not the men's place to do that. It's just not. And you'll never hear an Arab woman telling her husband, you didn't wash the dishes? Why didn't you wash the dishes? You never help me. You never do anything around here. You'll never hear that conversation. You've never ever heard it. You never will. All right, next. I'll let him continue.
Remember now, the truth is you didn't wash the dishes for me. And you didn't do your laundry for me either. Those are what we call mutual chores. The reason you feel like you're doing them for me is because you've abandoned those chores to be solely my responsibility. So when you do them, it feels like you're doing me a favor. But you're not. Doing 10% of the mutual chores isn't doing me a favor. It's just less neglect than normal. Got to be honest, this is not...
Neglect. 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 This fool says it is neglectful for a man to not do woman work. It's neglect. She said, oh, so if you help me with 10% of the chores, it doesn't mean that you're doing me a favor. You're just being less neglectful than usual. And this is how American men have been trained. This is how American men think is normal. You guys think this is normal. A lot of you do. Not all of you. I understand. Not all of you. A lot of you guys think this is normal. A lot of you. And it starts when you're kids. I'll tell you how it starts. It starts with the woman telling the little boy, her son, to wash the dishes. She says, son, wash the dishes. The dishes better be clean when I get home. When I get home from work, I expect the kitchen to be cleaned by my son. By your son. You want your son to wash the dishes and you want him to do that. Okay. For us, it's the exact opposite. Boys are raised, even when they're little, we don't make them do that. We make them work. They have work, but there's certain work that is specified for women and certain work that can be taken care of by both. And then there's work that is only for men. This is the way that we live. And we set that up from young. Boys don't even know how to wash dishes for a reason. They don't know how to wash dishes. They don't know. And they never will know because they're not allowed. We have work that boys can do that is different. So hold on, guys. Sorry. Stop texting. Okay. So this is how we have it, guys. Exactly. Keela. Single mothers striking again. I know. Hold on, wait. Okay, Samuel, I see it. Samuel said his internet is messing up. Oh, PJ Bear. He says, PJ Bear, you don't have to say it like that. PJ Bear. He says, if a bitch does this to me, she's out. Oh my gosh. Wait, what? He says, I'm willing to bet that this simp has been on the business end of a peanut. Larry! Oh my gosh. Now you guys are brutal in the chat. I wasn't expecting you guys to be this bad. I'm trying to be nice. Okay? He says, I have a horrible toothache. It's keeping me awake. I'm sorry to hear that. Use oil. Put coconut oil if you can find some coconut oil. Put coconut oil in your mouth, a big teaspoon, and let it sit in there for like 10 minutes or so. I know it's going to be hard to keep it in there, but just let it sit in there and then spit it out. It's called oil pulling. And you could also, there's many things you could do. Oh, garlic. You can get a piece of garlic, and whatever tooth is bothering you, put garlic on the root of that tooth, and the garlic will I don't know what it is in garlic. It has like antioxidants, or I don't know what it is, but it works. It works. Garlic, put it on the root of the tooth, or oil, coconut oil. That should help you out. Let me know if it helps you if you're dealing with an infection or something like that. Right, zealot. You give an inch and a mile is taken. There you go. There you go. And that's what I'm talking about. Um, oh, let me see. This guy just does things to us. I think so. I think so. I think you guys having a reaction to him. I think you guys are just literally having a reaction to him. I'm almost finished this video. It's almost finished. So let me finish this one and then we'll talk a little bit and then I'll let you guys go. Oh, really, Keela? That's what it is? It's anti-inflammatory. Okay, that's what it is then. But for some reason, it really helps when you put the garlic on it. Just take a clove of garlic and put it inside of your mouth where the infection is or the pain. It helps.
Not the way I envisioned this. Now, don't get me wrong. Trust is sexy. Being able to rely on your partner to carry their fair share of the mental load and domestic labor, having someone who cares about the invisible labor around here, that's pretty hot, babe.
All right, this is the end. So here's my thing with you guys. Hold on, I need to pull my thing back. Okay, here's my thing about this, guys. This is where a lot of Westerners say my wife or my partner. You guys call each other partners. And I think part of that is with this idea in mind that everything that is in my world now, we get to split down the middle. Everything that I used to do by myself now is all split down the middle. And I completely disagree with this idea that everything is split down the middle. You diminish some of the natural qualities of a man when you try to get him to be feminized or to do feminine work or to put him in feminine positions. There's nothing manly, in my view. There's nothing dominant about a man standing over a bunch of dishes and washing the dishes. I don't see that as a man's place. Maybe it's because I was raised differently. Maybe it's because I was raised that way. I was raised to see men in a higher light than women. We always say that men are above women, men are above us. And we've been trained to think that way since very young. Men are above women. This place, standing in front of a pile of dishes, that is a woman's place. That is her work. That is something beautiful for a woman to do that. It's not beautiful when a man does it. Do you understand? There's a difference. There's a difference between men doing certain things and women doing certain things. Just like a woman shouldn't be pushing a lawnmower outside. A woman shouldn't be outside shoveling stuff unless it's the garden. But a woman shouldn't be outside. You know what I mean? There's certain things that are made for men and certain things that are made for women. And one of those things is domestic labor. Domestic labor, washing clothes, vacuuming, washing dishes, cleaning the kitchen. These are things that are made for women. Men cooking, there's nothing wrong with a man cooking. But after cooking, he's supposed to leave that stuff there. And the woman comes and does her part in cleaning. That's just the way that we are. That's the way that we see it. You know, a lot of people disagree, but I have my reasonings behind it. And like I said, men, you'll never lose anything by putting your foot down and saying, there's going to be things that I'm not going to do in this house. If I have a wife, that is your position. That is your job. That's why you're here. And if she gets offended because you told her that her job is to be the woman and to do the wifely duties, then you got the wrong woman. You need a woman that understands her place and is happy to do her duties and not complain. That's all I'm saying. It'll make your life easier. It'll make your life easier. You don't have to have this back and forth. Why didn't you wash the dishes? No, I thought it was your day to wash the dishes. No, I washed the dishes yesterday. Today's your day. Well, it was a lot, so I needed help. No. Avoid all of these dumb arguments. This is a stupid argument that men should never have to. Hi, Mo. How are you doing, Mo? Nice to see you, Mo. This is a stupid argument that men should never have to have with a woman. Who washed the dishes? Who's going to wash the dishes? That is an argument that is not on the level of men. Men are above that. You do not have these stupid arguments with a woman. You tell her, woman, that is your job. I am not doing that. That is why I have you here. You're here for that. Reason why I pay the bills is for you to do that. I'm why I need to pay the bills and I have to do your job too. No, no, no. That is your job. Anyway. All right, I get mad. And the thing is, if I were a man, I would not tolerate this from a woman if I were a man. I just wouldn't. But like I said, I've been raised differently. I was raised this way. So for me, this is normal. For you, it might seem mean. It might seem not fair. It might seem misogynistic, whatever. To me, it is fair. And if you ask any woman who's been raised in my culture, they would see that as fair. They'd say, yes, that is not his job. That's our job. So I'm done ranting. I'm sorry, guys, for Yakub says he agrees. Okay, that's wonderful. I was hoping that you guys weren't going to. I wasn't losing you guys there because I've been in chats where people gang up on me because I say that. They're saying, well, if the man and the woman work, then they should be able to divide the. No, no. If a woman is working, that is typically an option. A woman working is typically an option, but even if she has to work, that's still her job. It's still her job. It doesn't make it less her job because she's doing other things during the day. It's still her job in the night. She can do it at night before she goes to sleep, but it's still up to her, not him. Anyway, Zealage, no worries, rant away. I'm done. I'm done. I swear I'm done. I'm going to let you guys go to bed. It is only Friday Junior, and I understand that work is in a couple of hours. Right. Work is in a couple of hours, and Larry is telling me to get off the stream because he wants to go live his life. So, Larry, I understand you want to go live your life. Okay, I get it. I'm stopping. I'm stopping. I'm done. I'm done. All right. Hi, MGTOW forever. I haven't seen you in ages. Where have you been? He says it's fair. Being a woman sounds nice, kind of boring, but nice. Only good thing I can think of would be peace of mind knowing the man will pay the bills or the pills and pay the bills. No, MGTOW forever, that is one of the things that I always talk about too, is that women have it so good and they don't realize it. Women have it so good and yet they still complain. And this is why I say men need to be harder on women because you already have such a good life. And now men are trying to make it even easier because, oh, we need to make sure they feel validated, make sure they feel loved and cared for. No, no, no. Treat them like adult human females. They are adult human females. They're not angels. They're not these little children that don't have any accountability or responsibility or feelings. They're not made of glass or porcelain. They are adult human females. They have their rules, they have their roles, their responsibilities, and their rights. And they should know what they are and live their duties, do their duties as such. Don't treat women like they're these special little cupcakes and you can't. No. Anyway, I'm ranting again. I'm sorry. All right, I'm done. I'm done ranting. I'm not going to rant anymore. All right, I'm done ranting. Yeah. MGTOW forever says, I'm around. Okay. Thank you for being around. I have been in and out. I've had Pride members in and out with the change of the channel. Since I've had this channel, it's been hard to find all my people, MGTOW. So I am happy to see you back. I'm happy to see you. MGTOW says, in some cases, yes, pills too. Autocorrect again. Yeah. Well, there's a pill for everything, isn't there? There's a pill to make everyone happy and a pill to make everyone sleep. A pill to make you not hungry. A pill to anyway. All right, we're done. We're done. I'll be quiet. All right, here we go. So let's go to bed. Never take advice from a simp. Yakub, what did I say? Okay, listen. He is the male version of a pick me, right? But I'm the female version, right? Of the simp, right? Supposedly I'm the female simp because I say all these things so that it can make men feel good. So listen, I can see both sides. I see why they call me the female version of a simp. But my problem is, can you refute what I'm saying? Can you say that I'm wrong? I don't really care how people feel about it, if it sounds nice or mean or what have you. Am I getting the results that I want? What I say, what type of results does it bring? Do I, what I say, does it bring women that are entitled, whores, loose, all that? No. My lifestyle, or the style that I promote, promotes women who are chaste, good, hardworking, useful, and beautiful. That's what mine. All right. Who said will? Go to the naughty corner. You're going to end up making him come over here. Don't call his name because he's going to show up. Look what you did. Look what you did. Hi, Will. How are you? He said that dude is looking to marry a woman named Lana as he was thinking about what her name is spelled backwards. Anna. Will, go to the naughty corner. He just got here and he's already in a naughty corner. Go to the naughty corner, Will. See, that's your problem, Will. That's your problem. Good night, everyone. Good night. I'm so happy to enjoy this time with you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it, Suka. That's one of the best compliments that you could give me is calling me logical, because I would rather be called logical than pretty, funny, smart, what have you. I'd rather be called logical because I can't stand the culture that we have today. Anyway, good night, everyone. Thank you all for being with me for almost 2 hours, or actually 2 hours, for 2 hours on a weekday. I normally don't do this to you guys, but I was enjoying the time with you. So I hope you guys aren't too tired of me today. Thank you all for joining me today. And with that, I yield my time. I'll see you Saturday, guys. Good night.